Go ahead and get started. Come to lay down on your mat in Shavasana. So lay down on your back, lengthen your legs out in front of you. If you have a smartwatch that you want to set, you can go ahead and do that now. And just lower your torso down, bring your arms out by your sides, about a foot away from your body, palms face up. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you and towards the spine. And just take a couple of breaths here to connect to your body, to arrive, to land, to settle. And without doing anything to change, to modify, just observe the quality of the breath in your body. Close your eyes and observe the sensations of the breath as it moves through you. Follow the rise and fall of the chest, the belly, the expansion of the rib cage as you breathe in. And commit to being here, being present in your body with your breath for the next 60 minutes of your practice. There's nothing that you have to do. If you need to rest, you can always return to this pose. You can take a child's pose as well. It's your practice. Move with the rhythm of your own breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up. And just softly let it go out of your mouth. One more inhale, expand the belly, rib cage, chest. And let it softly out of your mouth, let the body relax. On your next breath in, reach your arms overhead and point your toes forward. Get long and stretch out. As you exhale, just release everything right where it is. Let it go. And two more. Inhale, reach out, get long, stretch your fingertips, your toe tips. And exhale to release, soften everything down. And last one, reach your fingers behind you, your toes forward, stretch, get long. This time as you exhale, bring both knees in towards the chest. Reach for your shins, double wiggling pose. Press your back body into the mat, soften the belly, maybe rock a little bit side to side if that feels nice. And cross your right ankle over your left. Reach for your hamstrings with your hands. Lift your shoulders off the mat, tuck the chin. Use the in-breath to roll back along your spine. Exhale to roll forward. Plant your hands at the front of the mat. Step your left leg back. Step your right leg back, downward facing dog. Now for most of us, this is the first down dog of the day. So set yourself up. Separate your arms the distance of your shoulders. Maybe wider if you have tight shoulders. Separate your fingers. Press your fingertips. Press your palms down into the mat. Then draw your hips up behind you. Make sure your legs are the distance of your hips. Draw your energy up with the hips. So deep hip creases. And draw your upper chest towards your upper thighs. And feel the length of the spine. Draw your shoulders down your back as you press the mat away. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And steady breath out, relax the head. And inhale, lift your heels high, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. And step walk to the front of the mat. Feet hip-width distance apart. Slide your hands to your shins, extend your spine forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. You can keep a bend in the knees if needed. Good. Again, like that, inhale, slide your hands to your shins or maybe your thighs. Extend the chest forward. Exhale, fold, let it go, let the head relax, let the neck be soft. Press your feet into the mat, reach your arms up as you breathe in. Rise, palms together at the top. Exhale, hands to your heart in prayer, neck long, shoulders relaxed. Good. Take a deep breath into the back of your thumbs, lift your chest. Ground down through the feet as you breathe out. I wish you a wonderful practice this morning. Half sun salutations. Inhale, sweep up, rise up, palms together at the top. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold, come all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, chest forward, thighs back. Exhale, fold, let the head go, let the neck relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Good. Press your feet down, reach your arms all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to your heart, shoulders relax. Continuing, inhale, reach up, rise. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Press your feet, reach your arms up as you breathe in, get long, look up. Exhale, hands to heart in prayer. Good, last one, inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, fold, come all the way down. Inhale, long spine, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Press your feet, reach your arms up as you breathe in. Use the full length of the inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, inhale, reach your arms up. This time, exhale, interlace the fingers. Take a breath and flip your palms up, stretch them towards the ceiling. Exhale, side bend right, ground down through both feet equally. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, side bend left. Use the breath in to rise up, vertical. Again, exhale, side bend right. Press the feet down, rise up as you breathe in. Exhale, side bend to the left. Press your feet, press your palms up, take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center in prayer. Big toes together, heels apart. And take a breath into the back of the thumbs, lift the chest. Exhale, bend your knees and sit low. Utkatasana, setting up for prayer twist. And take a breath in, lengthen out of your waist. Exhale, left arm to right thigh twist, Parvrita Utkatasana. Good, stay steady with the breath, big toes together, heels apart. Maybe take a look at your knees and notice if your left hip is sliding forward, left knee forward, draw it back. Good, inhale, lengthen the left side body. Exhale to deepen your twist. Soften the belly, twist from your navel. Good, take the breath in to rise all the way up to standing, get tall, palms up. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart, bend your knees, come back into your seat. Inhale to lengthen out of the waist, chest up. Exhale, right elbow to left thigh to twist. Roll the left rib cage open as you twist, breath in. Exhale to sit a bit lower, squeeze your knees. Good, one more breath in here, steady it. And one steady breath out, draw your chin in. Inhale, straighten your legs, rise up to standing. As you exhale, sweep your hands behind you, place your palms on either side of your sacrum. Press your feet down, lift your chest up, breath in. As you exhale, press your hands into your glutes, lift your sternum up and back. Good, rise out of the waist, another breath in here. Soften the throat on the breath out. Inhale to rise up to vertical. Exhale, release your arms by your sides, palms face forward, Tadasana. Good. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back, keep your heel lifted. Ground down through the feet, use your in-breath to rise up. Bring your hands to your right thigh and interlace your fingers. Good. Press into the back foot. Draw your right hip back. Good. Draw the crown forward. Create a long line from the back heel out the crown of your head. Good. Stay connected to the breath, breathing steadily, deeply, rhythmically. Option to reach your hands back if you like, or stay. Separate your fingers wide. Reach back with your fingertips. Draw your crown forward. Engage your arms. Use the breath in to rise up. Reach your arms forward and up. High lunge, crescent lunge. Bend the back knee. And then tuck your tailbone under. So tuck the pelvis forward, straighten the back leg, press into your back toes. Good. Front knee over ankle, reach your arms up. Press into both feet. Lift out of your waist, the sides of your ribs, your arms, your fingertips. Maybe look up. On an exhalation, right arm forward, left arm back. Open up to warrior two. Long stance. Front knee over ankle. Front thigh parallel to your mat. Gaze over your right middle finger. And expand across the chest through the arms. So reach your fingertips in opposite directions. Press both feet down. And soften. Good. On your breath in, bring your right arm up and back. Slide your left hand down your leg, dancing warrior. Keep the lunge in your front leg. Reach your right fingertips back. Good. Inhale to extend. Lengthen through your right arm. And exhale to press into the feet. Inhale, rise up, arms parallel, back to warrior two. Exhale to land to warrior two. Inhale, glide your right arm forward, bring your forearm inside your front thigh for support. Another option is to extend your right arm towards the ground. Press the back hand and the back arm into your front leg. Reach your left arm up. If you want to take the supported version, bring your forearm back to your thigh. You can gaze forward, you can gaze up, whatever's comfortable for the neck. Draw your right hip underneath you, press equally into the feet. So don't front load the front foot or the back foot. Good. Lengthen through your left arm, take a breath in. Roll the left rib cage open on the breath out. And inhale to rise back up, warrior two. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg, pivot your right toes in so your feet are parallel to each other. Big toes slightly in, heels out. Lift your chest as you breathe in. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Come all the way down, release your arms underneath your shoulders. Good, you can stay here. Inhale and extend out on your waist. Draw your chest forward. Weight to the front of the feet. Or if you want to fold deeper, exhale and bow. If you have more space, walk your palms back in line with your heels. Keep your elbows bent behind you. Let the head soften and relax. Press your feet down, lift your hips. Draw your shoulders down and back. Create space for the neck. Good. Inhale, walk your palms forward under your shoulders. Extend your spine forward. Exhale as you walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Pivot all 10 toes with you. Lower your left knee. Untuck your back toes. Brolo Lunge. Inhale, bring your hands to your right thigh and interlace your fingers there. Front knee over ankle. Draw the pelvis forward and lift the chest. Try to relax your shoulders down your back. Press into your front heel. Draw your back foot towards it, so scissor your thighs. Lift the pelvic floor. You'll feel your hamstring engage, your quads engage, your glutes engage. You can stay right here. That's perfectly cool. Or inhale, Anjaneyasana. Reach your arms up. Lengthen through the sides of your waist and through the fingertips. Good. Another breath in here. Exhale, bring your hands to the front of the mat and lower them. Untuck your back toes, pick up your knee, step back to downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in your down dog, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, draw your chest towards your upper thighs, lift your hips. It doesn't matter if your heels touch or not. If your low back is tight, your hamstrings are tight, bend the knees, lengthen the spine. Good. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, look where you're going, and travel to the front of your mat. Feet hip width distance. Inhale, slide your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, let the head go. Good. Again, like that. Inhale, halfway lift, extend, crown and chest forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back this time. Keep the heel lifted. For runner's lunge, bring your hands to your left thigh and interlace. Press into your back toes and stack your back heel above your toes, like you want to take off. Draw your left hip back in space, so scissor your thighs. Then stay here and breathe. Draw your crown forward. Create the sensation of lengthen the body from the back heel out the crown of your head. Optional to sweep your hands behind you. Lengthen through the arms, separate the fingers wide. Keep your gaze down on your mat, about a foot in front of your foot, your front foot. Keep the back of the neck long. Good. Everybody inhale, reach your arms up. Rise up to Crescent Lunge, High Lunge. Press into both feet. Bend your right knee. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. So draw the pelvis, tilt the pelvis underneath you. Then straighten the back leg. Good. You might have to readjust your feet. Go for it. Then lengthen through the sides of your waist, your rib cage, your arms. Reach out through the fingertips. And soften the shoulders. And keep the low ribs knit in. And one more breath, maybe look up. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Stack your shoulders above your hips. And take a look at the feet. Notice the adjustment, or I should say the alignment of your feet. So front heel to middle arch, or front heel to back heel alignment. You can turn your back toes slightly in. You can keep them parallel to the mat. Find the comfortable orientation for your body. Inhale, lift your left arm up and back, slide your back hand down your leg. Pause for the exhalation. And keep the front knee bent. Inhale, then reach back with the left arm. Press both feet down as you breathe out. Inhale to rise up, arms parallel, warrior two. Exhale to land your warrior. Good, stick with it. Inhale, slide your left arm forward, shift your hip back, bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Reach your right arm high for extended side angle. Good. If you have your left forearm to your left thigh, use it for support, but don't throw all of your weight into your front thigh, so you should be able to lift it off your thigh. Good. Find a comfortable orientation for your neck. Extend through your right arm like you want to lift your torso up. And one more breath here. And a steady breath out. Inhale to rise up, warrior two. On your exhalation, straighten your front leg, bring your hands to your hips. Pivot your left toes in, feet parallel to each other. Wide-legged forward fold, ground down through your feet, big toes in. Lift your chest. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Come all the way down, fold between your legs, release your arms. Good, inhale to lift and lengthen the spine forward. Exhale to fold between your thighs. If you have the space, walk your palms back in line with your heels, bend your elbows behind you. Good, let the crown draw down, let gravity do the work. Draw your shoulders down your back. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. Breathe into the stretch of the hamstrings, the groin. And inhale, walk your palms forward under your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your hands to the front of the mat. Pivot all 10 toes. Lower your right knee, untuck the back toes. Bring your hands to your left thigh, interlace your fingers. Draw your pelvis forward, lift your chest. Draw the left hip back in space and press into your back toes, draw them together. Right away, you'll feel that lift in the pelvic floor, that sensation of buoyancy, and all the muscles of the leg, inner, outer, glutes, all engage. Good. Stay here if you like, or optional. Inhale, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Good. Lift out of the waist, rise with the chest, the fingertips. Exhale, release your hands to the front of the mat. Untuck your back toes, pick up your knee, step it back to downward facing dog. Good. Pause in your down dog. Yeah, so feel your hands, feel your feet. Press the mat down and away, come back to a steady breath. Good. Walk your hands to the back of the mat to meet your feet. You can keep a bend in the knees. Separate your feet the distance of your hips if they aren't already. Take your peace fingers, hook them onto your big toes, bend your knees and sit low. Sit your hips really low. Now, take a breath in and lift the chest up, draw your shoulders back. Exhale, press into your heels, draw your hips towards the ceiling. Let the crown relax, let the head draw down. Keep your elbows bent to the sides. If you have a lot of space here to fold, press your heels into the mat and draw them away from each other. And breathe, most importantly. Then release your toes, place your hands down on the mat. Take a breath in, slide your hands to your shins, extend your spine forward, thighs back. And exhale, bow, just fold over your legs. Press both feet down, rise up as you breathe in, look up, get tall. Exhale, hands to heart in prayer. Bring your hands to your hips. Take a step forward on your mat about halfway with your right foot. Come onto the ball of your left foot for toppling tree. Shift the weight into your right foot. Keep a slight bend in the knee. Then lift your leg behind you, press back through your heel, draw your torso forward. Good. The left hip has a tendency to want to rise here, lower it down. Turn your back toes towards your standing leg and press back through your heel. Good. Stay steady with the breath. It's easy to hold the breath when we're trying to balance. Option to extend your arms behind you. Reach your fingertips back, reach your crown forward. And one more breath, stick with it. Inhale, bend your left knee. Bring it in towards your chest. Reach your arms up. Press the mat away with your standing leg. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Step your left leg forward on your mat. Shift the weight into your left foot. Come onto the ball of your right. So we'll do the other side. Good. Bend the front knee slightly. Press your right heel behind you. Lift your leg up and back. Draw the right hip down. And use your hands on your hips to identify where your hips are in space. Is the right hip lifting? Lower it down. Good. Reach your arms back, reach your fingertips, draw your crown forward. And breathe. And bend your right knee in towards your body. Press the mat away with your standing leg, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower everything down, Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms face forward, long neck, tuck your chin. Close your eyes for a moment here. And follow the rise and fall of your chest. Let your shoulders relax down the back. Ground down through your feet. Keep your kneecaps lifted, your legs are engaged. Inhale, reach your arms up and look up, palms touch. Exhale, release your right arm down. Reach for the inside of your foot, and then draw your knees together, so knees are in line. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, engage the belly. And right away, you'll feel that stretch in the right quad. You can stay right here. It's a perfectly beautiful Narajasana. If you want to explore, take a breath in, lift your left arm high. Exhale to kick into your hand with your foot. Good. Take your time. Use the inhalations to rise with your left arm, your chest. Exhalations to kick back and away. Good. Find that counterbalance between your left arm and your back foot like a bow. And stick with it. One more breath. And steady breath out. Use the inhalation to rise. Exhale to release everything down. Good. Have sun sal between sides, so just a level. Exhale, hinge, fold all the way down. Inhale, extend your spine forward. Exhale, bow over your legs. Press your feet, sweep your arms all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, release your left arm down by your side. Reach for the inside of your left foot or ankle. Draw your knees together. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Lift the chest. Stay here or to explore. Inhale, reach your right arm forward and up, lift your chest. Exhale to kick back and away into your hand. It can really help to keep a slight bend in your standing leg here for balance. And if you're exploring, go to a place where you feel spacious and open in the chest. Good. Inhale slowly with control. Rise. Exhale to release your leg, your arms by your sides. Tadasana. And inhale, shrug your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, release them down your back. Two more. Inhale to shrug. Exhale, roll them down and back. Reach your fingertips down. And last one. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. And slide your hands down your thighs, bend your knees, and come to sit down on your mat. Lay down onto your back for a short Midway Shavasana. Bring your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Bring your left foot to the outer left edge of the mat. Arms about a foot away from your body if you have that space. Palms face up. And just go inside. Use this opportunity, this midway break between our standing series and our floor work just to reconnect. Reconnect to our steady rhythmic breath. And reconnect to our bodies if our mind has been wandering. And start to blink your eyes open if you've closed them. Bring your feet about the distance of your hips, so bring your feet closer together. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and interlace your fingers on your right shin. Keep your left leg active. So flex your toes to your face, press your heel into the mat, like you're standing on a wall. Relax your shoulders down, tuck your chin slightly along the spine. Use your breath in to draw your right knee slightly away from you. Create space to fill up. And as you exhale, draw your right knee either straight down towards your chest or to your right shoulder. Good. Go with breath. Move with breath. Inhale, draw your knee away. Exhale, compress, empty out. And last one, inhale to expand the belly, the rib cage, the chest. And exhale, squeeze. Use your arms to draw your knee in. Bend your left knee. Place the sole of your foot on your mat. Release your shin with your hands. Bring your right ankle to your left thigh. Flex your toes to your bent knee. Well, they're both bent, so your right knee. Stay here, rooted, grounded down through your sacrum. Or reach for your left hamstring and interlace your fingers. If you have a lot of space, you can also reach for your shin. If your shoulders are lifting off the mat, I would advise that you reach for whatever enables you to keep them flush. Good. Take a breath in and draw your tailbone forward. So roll the tailbone forward until there's a small arch in your low back. And pause there and exhale to draw your left knee in, right hip away. Breathe into the dynamics, the biomechanics of the pose. So press your right ankle to your left thigh and resist it. Draw your right hip away from your body. Keep your sacrum rooted. One more breath here. And release your left hamstring. Lower your left foot down. Extend your right leg forward. Flex your toes towards your face. Draw your left knee and interlace your hands on your shin. Take a breath in to draw your left knee away from the body. Use the exhale and the strength of your arms to squeeze. Good. Two more. Inhale, expand the belly, the rib cage. And compress all of the air out as you draw your knee in. Last one, with your own breath. Take a breath in and expand. Exhale to squeeze. Empty out. Bend your right knee. Place the sole of your foot on the mat. Release your left shin. Bring your left ankle to your right thigh. Keep your toes flexed to the left. Stay right here, grounding down through the sacrum. Or interlace your hands behind your right hamstring or your shin. Keep your shoulders down on the mat. Take a breath in, draw your tailbone forward, small arch in the low back. Use the exhalation to draw your right knee towards you. Now use your arms. Draw the left hip away from you. And notice the connection of your left ankle to your right thigh. And press both your ankle and your thigh towards each other. Without overdoing it, feel the stretch in the left outer hip. Breathe into that. And release your left hamstring if you've got it. Lower your right leg down. Bring the sole of your left foot to the mat. Extend both legs long out in front of you and bring them together. So zip your legs together. Bring your palms down alongside your body, face down, and come to sit onto your thumbs. Do a little bit of core work, some leg lifts. If you have low back, tenderness in the low back, bend your knees. If you have any pain of any kind, you can sit it out. Take a breath in, lift your legs towards the ceiling, press your heels up. Good. As you exhale, lower your knees halfway. Pause here for the breath in, extend through the heels. Exhale, lower your legs down to hover. Good. 4 more of these. Inhale, lift all the way up. Take your time. Press the back body down. Exhale, lower down halfway. Take a breath in, reach your heels. Exhale, lower down to hover. Engage the belly. And inhale, lift your legs up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower them down halfway. Pause. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower down to hover. Inhale, zip your legs all the way up. Use your belly. Good. Exhale, lower your legs down halfway. Last one. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower down to hover. Inhale, raise your legs up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend both knees into the chest. Reach for your shins with your hands. Soften your belly. Good. Press your back body into the mat. Let the belly be really soft. Deep, big, low belly breaths. Lower the soles of your feet down on your mat. Feet parallel to each other, toes point forward. Ankles just below the knees. For bridge pose, press your feet down and lift your hips up as you breathe in. Bring your hands underneath your body and interlace your fingers, make a fist. Shrug one shoulder at a time underneath you, so you're on your shoulders. Then straighten your arms out. Reach your fist towards your feet. Good. Take a breath in. Lift your hips as high as you can. Press your feet down. Draw your chest towards your chin. Keep the chin tucked. Neck is long. Good. Take another breath in here. Press everything that's touching the mat down. Lift the hips. As you exhale, release your hands out to the sides and slowly lower your upper back, mid back, and sacrum down to the mat and pause. Don't adjust anything, just pause. Just feel your body and absorb. Absorb the feedback of the pose. Good. Bring your knees together. Walk your feet the distance of your mat. Walk them wide. Bring your arms out in a T shape, in line with your shoulders. Take a breath in its center. Fill up. Keep your feet where they are as you exhale. Lower your knees right. Gaze either up or to the left, whatever's comfortable for the neck. Good. Inhale back up to center, knees together. Exhale, lower your knees left, gaze to the right. Just a gentle, easy twist. Inhale back up to center, bring your knees back together. Lengthen your legs out in front of you. And roll over onto your right side and continue all the way onto the belly. Good, we'll all meet on our bellies. Place the tops of your feet flat, about the distance of your hips. So tops of the feet, that's the shoelace side of your feet. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Point your elbows behind you. Draw your shoulders back as well, away from your ears. Gaze down on the mat. Keep the neck long, so chin slightly tucked. And then press your feet down into the mat, so much so that your kneecaps lift, right? Legs are engaged. Good, take a breath in, draw your torso forward and up, peel it up, baby cobra. And then exhale, just lower your chin back down. Again, just like that, press your feet, press your pelvis, lift your heart up on the breath in. This time, exhale, press into your hands, come back through tabletop. Tuck your toes behind you and press your hips up to downward facing dog. Good. Feel your arms, feel your legs, feel the connection of your hands on the mat, your feet, as you press the mat away with both. Keep the neck relaxed, the head relaxed. And take a deep breath in here, and a steady breath out. Good. Inhale, roll forward onto your tippy toes to plank. Bring your chest just in front of your fingertips. So chest forward, and keep your legs engaged, yeah? So engage the belly. The belly's gonna want to sink down here. Draw your navel towards your spine. So if you can envision, shorten the distance between your low ribs and your hip points. Good, take a breath and gaze forward. Exhale, lower your knees, untuck your back toes, draw your chest forward, bend your elbows back. Bring your belly and chin down. Good. Inhale, lift your heart forward and up. Baby cobra, press the toes down. Exhale, back through downward facing dog, or through tabletop to downward facing dog. Lift your hips behind you. Good. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, press the mat away with your hands and your feet. Lift the hips. Good. 2 more. Inhale, roll forward to plank high push-up. You can stay with the modified flow that we just did. Come on down to the knees. Or inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your elbows at 90 degrees. Squeeze them in towards your ribs. Good, pause. And then inhale, straighten your arms, chest forward and up, shoulders back. Flip your toes. Exhale, hook your toes back under. Press your hips to downward facing dog. Pause here for the breath in. Steady yourself on the breath out. Last one. Inhale, roll forward to plank high push-up. Take modified and come on down to the knees, or exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, straighten the arms, chest forward and up. Flip your toes, kneecaps lifted. Exhale, roll over your toes, press your hips behind you. Use your center. Good. Deep breath in. Steady breath out. You lower your knees down on the mat. And bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Left knee behind the left wrist, big toes together. And come to sit down onto the heels. For hero's pose. Bring your hands behind you. Tuck your tailbone, lift your hips first, and then tuck your tailbone underneath you, and then lower it back on down to your heels. Good. You can stay right here if you feel a stretch in the quads. Otherwise, if you want to go down further, bring your fingertips facing towards you. You can come on down to your forearms. You can come all the way down. Just go where it's comfortable. If you're all the way down, you can knit your low ribs, tuck them in, and breathe into the stretch of the quads. And if you're all the way down, press your palms and your forearms into the mat. Use your core, use your belly to come up in a solid line and sit down onto the heels. Place your palms out in front of you and step one leg back at a time, downward facing dog. Lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the legs. Draw your hips high, draw your energy down through the heels, even if they don't touch. Lower your knees back down onto your mat and come to stand onto your shins. Keep the tops of the toes flat. Some people like to tuck the toes under. It depends on how much range of mobility you have in your low back. I'm going to keep the tops of my feet flat. And so your knees are the distance of your hips. Take a breath in, reach your arms up, so stretch up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sweep your hands behind you and place your palms on either side of your sacrum. Okay, take a breath in and lift the chest up. Keep your thighs engaged. Exhale, press into your glutes with your hands and lift up and out of the waist. Draw your sternum behind you. Good, it's normal that the pelvis is going to want to shift forward a little bit. Totally fine. Find the extension out of the low waist. So almost as if the chest is the last thing to lift up and back. Now breathe into the back bend. Try to keep the neck soft as you breathe in. On your next inhalation, rise up to vertical. And come to sit down onto your heels as you exhale. Place your palms face up on your lap. Tuck your chin, close your eyes. Tune into the rise and fall of the chest. And just let it settle. If you feel dizzy, that can happen in this pose. Just bring your palms together, bring the back of your thumbs to your third eye, so the space between your eyebrows, and apply just a gentle pressure there. Camel can, a lot of things can be turned up in camel pose. A lot of discomfort, uneasiness, and emotional things can arise. Just let it settle. And observe it. And if your hands are to your third eye, just release your palms down. Walk them out in front of you. Go back, transition back into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up behind you. Okay, press the mat down and away. Lengthen through your arms. Draw your shoulder blades down the back. Notice that at this point in your practice, maybe your spine feels a bit longer. Maybe you have more space. Maybe your hamstrings are a little bit softer. And lift your right leg up behind you, breath in. Exhale, bring your right knee behind your right wrist, your ankle towards the left wrist. So on a slant. Shift your back leg out. So walk it out. And then tuck your toes. Bring your hands inside your front shin. Draw your right hip back, press into your back foot. And then inhale, lift your chest up out of the waist, draw it forward, try to relax the shoulders for pigeon pose. Okay, take another breath in here, see if you can find more space in the low back. Gaze forward. As you exhale, take reclined pigeon, walk your palms out in front of you. You can stack them, you can come onto your forearms. Do what feels comfortable in your body, and what you need today. Draw your chin in and extend your exhalations. Breathe up and down the length of the spine. And tune into the sensations in your entire body. So it's easy in poses like pigeon where there's a concentration of sensation in one particular area. Say, for example, the outer hip. It's easy for the mind to dramatize that sensation. So see if you can feel your entire body. Tune into the feeling of the entire pose. Start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, lift your torso up. Tuck your back toes behind you, lift your knee, step your right leg back to downward facing dog. And lengthen through your arms and your legs, find your down dog. And inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. On the exhalation, bring your left knee behind your left wrist and towards the right. Keep your foot flexed. Walk your back foot out behind you. Untuck your toes. Bring your hands inside your front shin. Lift out of your waist, drawing your chest up, breath in. Soften your shoulders on the exhale. Keep the neck long, chin is tucked, gaze forward. By all means, if you want to keep exploring other variations of proud pigeon, mermaid, whatever is a part of your routine practice, or if you feel like you have space, go for it. I'm going to recline. So as you walk down, walk your palms out in front of you. Come on down to your forearms, or come all the way down. If you have blocks at home, it can be nice to put a block under your forehead. And just allow the left hip to soften down. Breathe up the length of the spine. And again, even though there's a significant stretch in the left outer hip, try to tune into other sensations in the body and the full, the pose in its entirety. The mind always wants to go to the drama. See if you can see the bigger picture. And take a breath in. Walk your palms back under your shoulders, lift your torso. This time just roll over onto the left hip. Swing your right leg out in front of you. Lengthen both legs forward. Move the fleshy parts away from your sit bones, so take a tall seat. Keep your toes flexed. Bend your right knee. Place the sole of your foot on the outside of your left leg. Bring your right hand behind your right hip. Tense your fingers. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Lift your chest up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring your left elbow to your right thigh. Open your left palm to the right and twist. Take your time exploring the depth of the pose. Keep your chin tucked towards your sternum, so lengthen the back of the neck. The cervical spine, the back of the neck, is a continuation of the spine. So feel that connection from the base of the spine all the way up the back of the neck as you draw your crown towards the ceiling. And soften on your exhalations. Release the low belly and see if you have more space to explore the depth of the twist as you breathe out. And unravel. Inhale back to center. Lengthen your right leg forward. Bend your left knee. Place the sole of your foot outside your right leg. Bring your left hand behind your left hip and tense your fingers. Both sit bones are grounded. Keep your right foot flexed. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Lengthen through the spine with the chest. Exhale, right elbow to left thigh, twist. Open your right palm out to the left. Separate your fingers. Tuck your chin, keep the neck long. Notice if you're putting all of your weight into your back hand. So if you were to remove your back hand or lift it off the mat, if your body falls backward, you're using the strength of your arm to keep you upright and supported. Try to use your core. So if you were to lift your back hand off the mat, the position of your spine wouldn't change. It's just there for support. One more breath in here, maybe close your eyes and just go inside. And then inhale, come back to center. Lengthen your left leg out in front of you. Bring the soles of the feet together. I'll turn towards you. Draw your heels close in towards your groins, close as it's comfortable. Press the outer edges of your feet and your heels towards each other. And then just flutter the knees a little bit. And see how that feels in the hip flexors. If that feels all right, if you have space. Place your hands outside your feet. Open them up like a book. Lift your torso as you breathe in. So lengthen out of your waist, lift your chest. And on the exhalation, draw your chest forward but send your hips back. So you might not come down very much, and that's totally cool. Keep your elbows bent behind you. And tuck your chin. Tune into the sensation of the groin, the stretch in the groin. Draw your knees down towards the mat. And press your feet together. Now let's make it passive. Release your feet. Draw the diamond shape of your feet further out in front of you, so a little bit further away from the body. Slide your right hand underneath your right calf. Place the palm face down. Slide your left hand underneath your left calf and place your palm down. And then opposite of what we just did, round the back a lot. So round the back, tuck your chin, go inward. With no effort, just let gravity do the work. Allow the weight of the head to lengthen the back of the neck. And allow your breath to be really easeful here. No effort at all. If you feel any tension in the shoulders and the back of the neck, see if you can allow that to soften as you slow the breath down. And then slide your right hand out from underneath your right calf. Slide your left hand out from underneath your left calf. Unravel the spine. Roll up slowly to a seated position. Bring your hands outside your thighs, knees together. Draw the heels in towards your body. Wrap your forearms around your legs. Tuck your chin. And sealing our practice, give yourself a little squeeze, a little love for looking after yourself today. Maybe sending gratitude out to someone or for something, to each other during these really uncertain times. And then Shavasana, come to lay down onto your back. Lengthen your legs to the outer edges of your mat. Roll on down to the back. Palms face up. Keep your chin tucked. And draw your shoulder blades underneath you, so tuck them towards your spine. Keep the top of your back flat. Let the chest be open, heart open. Let the breath go completely. Just feel your entire body and tune into the sensations you in. Part your lips. Let the back of your tongue, let your tongue rest or float in your mouth. Relax the muscles behind your eyes, the muscles of your face. And feel the ground beneath you supporting you. If you have more time to linger in Shavasana, I always encourage it. If you have a hard stop, we're just about there. So thank you so much for joining me and for looking after yourself. I hope that you have the most wonderful day. I hope to see you soon on your mat. Stay healthy, stay positive. Keep your practice and your spirits up. Namaste.